Hello, on Friday, March the 22nd. So, I was revisiting one of my old videos. Here, let me show you. It is a video with my old friends Matt and Katie. It is the Arrow Rock Craft Festival 2011. And I don't know, I guess, it has chapters. I did not put these chapters in here. I don't know why I'm trying to look under at the thing. I need to explain it to you. So there's this video, because unfortunately, there's this place down there called the J. Houston Tavern. Is that lighting terrible? Should I not film that way? There's this place down there called the J. Houston Tavern, and it was where we ate that day. It's where, you know, when we go down to Arrow Rock, it's where we always eat. I've only been there a few times, but still, it's like, it's apparently been in business, continually serving people for over 200 years, and unfortunately, earlier this year, it closed. So my friend Matt and Katie, who are in this video, apparently with also the premiere of Tiffany, who you've seen a few times in my videos, even though she wasn't very keen on being on camera. So they posted on their Facebook this story about the J. Houston Tavern closing. So I looked up something to do with the state. I don't know. The state actually owns it and runs it, and they're going to put in a bid for. They're basically going to post the job, and some people are going to bid on the job. I don't know. I don't understand all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I revisited this video from 2011. And I found that it has chapters. Does YouTube, I think sometimes YouTube will automatically put chapters in your video for you. Or can people, like, come on your video and put chapters in there? I don't know. Because one of them later on, it's like there's a guy playing some kind of flute kind of thing. And, like, it apparently had his name at the bottom. Something Bones? I don't know. I don't know who the guy is, But anyway, so this video from 2011, however many years ago that is, has chapters. And I did not put these chapters in here. I don't know where these chapters came from, but I was looking through them just to see, you know, like what, because each chapter has a title. And this one, with Matt on the screen, its title is Ho. I was not expecting that. I will link this video below so that you can go watch it and see our little adventure in Arrow Rock. They were having some kind of craft festival that day. I mean, I don't know if they do it every year since 2011. I don't know. But I was kind of surprised, you know, a minute and 36 seconds into this and we were already in Arrow Rock. Sometimes I will, like, talk about going and, like, not have a whole lot of footage of the actual event or of the actual place, but this time it actually fairly worked out. You know, and you go check out the other chapter titles are not as interesting as Ho. It's talking about farming. And I mentioned there's some kind of joke about pulling a hoe, or, you know, pulling a hoe behind you, or something. I can't remember. Or pulling a hoe all day, you know. That's you know, your job, if you like some kind of job to be pulling a hoe all day or something. I can't remember. But so apparently, I don't know if YouTube made that chapter automatically or if somebody came in and made this chapter for me. I don't know, but it's titled Ho for whatever reason. I just thought that was so entertaining. Now let me open up another page and get a little brighter in here. Ta-da! There we go. Now that I got that out of the way. So yes, I just had to share that bit of news with you. So now I'm interested to go back and some of my other videos, and Lord only knows what some of those chapters are called. But anyway, yeah, there's like some clickety-clack dancing on the street later on. I don't know. I actually got a lot of footage of different crafts and things people were doing. Some of them I didn't film quite enough, but you know, it's whatever. So let's go for today's question. on the 22nd. See what we got there. What is your biggest fear? I've been asked this question before, or I've thought about this question before. And I'm not really totally sure. I think there's a fear of like being perceived incorrectly, or people not like. Well, I am a people pleaser. I do I don't want anyone to be mad at me, so that's why I'm very like, you know, yes sir, yes ma'am, like whatever you need me to do. I don't usually rock the boat too hard. I'm one of those people that I guess I need people to like me, and luckily I'm awesome, so that doesn't actually, take a whole lot of work to do, usually in some cases. So I mean, I guess it would kind of be something like that, or like people believing something about me that isn't true, which I guess kind of plays into the whole, people not liking me kind of thing. Because I do remember when I first came down here to college, I was living in the same dorm room with my friend Robert, and he had become very religious when he got down here, and I was not, and I'm still not to this day, or whatever. But he posted something on our door, something about some kind of Christian. I don't know if it was a concert. I can't. It was some kind of Christian event, or whatever. And it was kind of one of those things where it was kind of like, in the room was very like Christian, and kind of like the our door was like, the one kind of thing that I had decorated. I had put some stuff out there, just decorations, I think, not anything really, noteworthy or whatever. But then he posted that, that Christian whatever thing on there, and that upset me. I'm just kind of like, because I'm like, I'm not a Christian. I don't want people thinking this way about me, and so actually I took it down, and Robert, he asked me later, and I lied. Robert, if you're watching this video, I blatantly lied to your face, because I was like, "Oh, I thought that was over. I thought that event was over. So I just took it down because I thought it was old." And he was like, "Oh, okay." I think he didn't really question it any further than that, and he never put it back out. But it was kind of like, yeah, I didn't like the idea of people thinking that way about me. Because that's not, I guess I have a very, Christians can be very close-minded individuals. Maybe not so much as much today. Maybe some of them are opening their minds and opening their hearts to a lot of different kind of groups and such, or maybe they're just trying to bring them in to save them. I did for one of my. I was actually a Men and Masculinities class. We were supposed to interview a male figure in our life, and we were going to have a roundtable discussion, but we were supposed to come as our character, and I actually chose Robert, because I thought that would give me an interesting perspective to like answer questions from, because his Christian perspective, whatever, and I thought like. It was kind of already, I don't know, it was kind of one of those weird things. Like when I play Dungeons and Dragons, I don't really like do things in character because I don't know, I guess it's embarrassing. I don't know. So like doing a roundtable discussion was kind of embarrassing enough, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't want to make it too easy on myself. Like I was dressed up all nice, I got like a Christian necklace, a little cross, and for one year, I can't remember if it was my birthday, Christmas, whatever, but Robert gave me this little like study Bible or whatever. Never opened it. But I took it with me, and I put on my little Christian cross, and outside so that people could see I had a little Christian cross, so that they would perceive me a certain way. And I thought, I'm going to go to campus early, and I'm going to go to the Union, and I'm just going to like hang out around there. And at first I went and I sat down and I thought, I'm not testing the waters enough here. You know what I mean? Like I need to get up and walk around. I need to, because I mean, people aren't going to see me if I'm just sitting here, you know? Like, I kind of wanted to see how people would perceive me as this, you know, supposed Christian person. So I thought, I have to get up and I have to walk around. I have to walk by people and see, you know, if they kind of have like a side glance or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And interesting enough, when I went downstairs into the food court, there were these people who were they were doing some kind of fundraiser for some kind of something or whatever, you know, and they were like, they reached, maybe they were just calling out to everybody that went by, I don't know, or maybe they saw my Bible and my cross and they thought, hey, there's a Christian, he'll give us money because, you know, the Lord says do good things, whatever, do good deeds, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I mean, I didn't have any money. So I walked by this table and they called out to me or whatever, and I was like, no thanks, or no sorry, or whatever, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And after I walked away, I wondered if they were judging me, because they're like, oh, well, that was really Christian of you to not help whatever cause it was that, you know, like, you're not being, you know. So, I mean, I realized sometimes that was, you know, what my friend Robert went through, like, every day on a daily basis. People judging him for, you know, being a Christian and, like, oh, well, why aren't you helping, you know, save the whales or, I don't know, save whoever. So, I mean, I don't know. But that was definitely against my grain because, like I said, I didn't want, but it's not like I'm ever, I mean, it's a fairly small town, small campus. I mean, maybe I would see these people again, but probably not. So, I mean, I guess it didn't really matter if they are like, oh, well, there's that Christian that didn't give us money to, you know, save dying children. I don't even remember what the cause was that they were raising money for. But yeah, if they were like, oh, you know, there's that guy, that supposed Christian that didn't want to help people, you know. So, you know, I realized I didn't like that, you know, about myself. But then I realized, you know, like I said, my friend Robert and the way he lives, like he goes through that like every day, you know, if he doesn't give money to, I mean, maybe, you know, people, I judge, you know, Christians. Obviously, you've heard the way that I've talked in the last however long I've been talking about this, you know, and it's like how, you know, it's like, I mean, you know, opening their hearts and minds and whatever and blah, 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 you know, so, yeah, being perceived as a Christian was something that I wasn't very comfortable with, you know, because it wasn't me. It wasn't, you know, like, I'm not that, you know, judgy person who's going to persecute you for, you know, being gay or whatever. Like, I don't even know if I knew what gay was. I mean, I guess I knew what gay was, but I don't know. You know, like, judging people for, because a book told them to, you know, like, like, I didn't want people to think that about me. And I think that goes back to, I mean, I guess, you know, like, you know, I want to make people happy. I want to, you know, I want people to like me, you know, and not think ill things about me that aren't true. You know what I mean? Because if they think ill things but there again, if they don't take a chance to like know me and just judge me by something hung outside my college dorm room, you know, like maybe you should ask questions and, you know, find out who I actually am as a person instead of just, you know, seeing that and judging me for whatever stupid reason, you know. But, I mean, there again, people judge Christians, you know, just like people blame Christians for judging other people. So, you know, I mean, I guess usually it's both sides of the coin doing the same thing from my experience, personal experience, you know. So, I mean, I don't, you know, I mean, I'm not a fan of spiders. I don't like snakes. I don't feel like I ever really have a chance to be that scared of sharks. I mean, you know, Sharknado's not a thing yet. Coming inland, you know. So, I mean, I don't know if I've ever actually pinned down what my biggest fear is, because this is one of those things, you know, every once in a while, like a questionnaire or something will ask you, you know, what's your biggest fear, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if I've ever actually, like, pinpointed exactly, like, you know, pulled it in and exactly pointed it down to exactly, but I feel like my biggest fear is something along those lines, like, being misconstrued. I don't think that's the right word. Is misconceived a word? I don't know. Like, people, I think my biggest fear is people not liking me. I think, maybe, somewhere like deep down, and that could be that that could have could be tied into, like, my father never being there and some kind of abandonment issue, and like, I don't know how deep the psyche goes, but where exactly the pathways in my brain are making that a thing. I guess maybe if people think incorrectly about me, they'll abandon me too. Like, maybe it's something about that. Like I said, I've thought about this question, and I feel like it has something in that area. Something in that kind of discussion is probably my biggest fear, is people thinking things about me that aren't true, because maybe my biggest fear is like losing people, and like I said, maybe if they don't like me, they'll leave me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I've actually pinpointed what the exact actual, like, fear is. I don't know. Something in that genre, I feel like. I guess that there's, like, the fear of getting older, and like, my well, already, like, my back has hurt since, like, last year. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, ever since I got that job with the city, I kind of thought, well, maybe it was because, like, something got jostled on the mower or something. Like, I don't know, my lower back is, like, hurt ever since, and it's like, ugh. Like, getting old and things, like, I love life. I love my life. I love being alive. I might joke about wanting to jump off a bridge or something every once in a while, but, like, but it's like, getting older, and the body deteriorating, and, like, not being as as whippy as you used to be. No, spring chicken, as Heidi would probably would say. Whatever. Like, I'm not comfortable with that idea either. So that could be a fear. Like, I don't know if I'm afraid of death necessarily, but, like, if it's a lengthy, painful path to get there, like, I'd just rather not. You know what I mean? Like, I guess maybe that's another fear unlocked. Maybe, I don't know. It's like getting older, and the body not doing what it's supposed to do anymore, and pain. I'm not a fan of pain. I don't go to the Pain Olympics. I don't participate in the what do they call them, body mod Olympics, whatever the heck it is. I don't know. But I guess that's a side fear, side of fear. I don't know. I don't know. But so, there might be multiple fears if I sat down and thought about it long enough. I don't know, because that's definitely something else that I'm not comfortable with, is the idea of, like I said, getting older, and it being, like, a painful, uncomfortable experience. Like, I'm not looking forward to that. I've got a taste of it as it is. I guess I just fear something is wrong. Maybe. So you just kind of ignore it. Like, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's just a rash. Maybe it's not something. Maybe it's not something. Maybe it's not something serious. I don't know. Kind of thing. That kind of mentality. Like, just try to excuse it away like it's nothing. But it could be something. You never know. Especially since you're not a spring chicken anymore. Maybe you should go get it looked at, and but nah. But now, I mean, if something serious were to come up, I guess maybe like some kind of repeated, thing. Like, well, okay, damn it, I guess I better go get that looked at. See if they can fix me before it's all over. I don't know. Um, but so somewhere along in there is some kind of something. I don't know. But yeah, because like I said, I've been asked this question a few times before, or like little questionnaires on Facebook or whatever, blah 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 bullshit, and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever actually pinned down exactly what anything is, but I know some stuff that I'm, not happy about or uncomfortable with. So I guess you could say that's like a fear, you know. Maybe it is like some kind of like abandonment thing. Like, I mean, I like being alone. Don't get me wrong. I like being by myself in my own space or whatever. Because I'm just thinking about like being at the haunted house, and there was this room that like they turn the lights, like it's completely pitch black. You can't see anything. I mean, every once in a while there might be like a light behind a curtain or something that maybe, but it's like I was worried about like getting lost in there, so I just held on to before we went in the room, I just grabbed the person's shirt in front of me so that I could hold on and like they could lead me through the room and I wouldn't lose my friends. They would, I wouldn't get stuck in this dark room by myself and have to try to make my own way out. I was like, just grab onto them and let them lead the way. So I don't know if that's like a fear of dark. Once again, maybe fear of abandonment, being alone, being like, maybe that's a facet of what we've spoke about today. Maybe, I don't know. But I have like 3 minutes of taping time, and as much as I've thought about it before, like I guess I'm not really gonna figure it all out today, discussing it in a YouTube video. But that's the best answer I've got for you. Exactly. But anyway, that's that. And I will try to remember to link that Arrow Rock video below so you can go check it out from way back. Classic things. I did take a nap today already when I got home. So, and I've done food already too. So hey, it's like all my bases are covered. All my base are belong to me, maybe. Minxie's napping. So there's that. So anyway, I do. I might do a movie review this weekend because there is a horror comedy film on Tubi starring some of the drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, and it looks like it's kind of a fun horror movie. So I might watch that this weekend if I get a chance. If I don't just sleep all the rest of the weekend away. So I might be doing that. No taste test videos that I can think of at the moment, but there will be a question tomorrow. So as long as I don't forget. We'll see. So anyway, now I have no taping time left. It's blinking at me, so I'll see you for what I see you.